America rules, and so does real American beer. Get some, brother.
If this is your idea of ladylike, you're gonna fit right in. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Now showing the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Series, presented by DIRTVision. Featuring the best drivers, biggest races.
Fantastic start! The Reaper strikes! He wins the 2025 season opener!
And best coverage of dirt late model racing.
My name is Sharon Speedway. I'll be covering all of the action.
Powerful late models on the planet!
DIRTVision is home to the greatest shows on dirt.
Nestled right on the Pennsylvania-Ohio border is this beautiful facility of Sharon Speedway, and we're here for night number 1 of the Battle at the Border. Welcome into the World of Outlaw Real American Beer Late Model Series presented by DIRTVision. My name is Sharon Speedway, and I'll be covering all of the action trackside tonight. Joined up in the booth in just a little bit by the voice of the World of Outlaw Real American Beer Late Models, Ruben Morales. And whether you're joining us here at Sharon Speedway or watching at home on DIRTVision, thank you so much for spending your Friday evening with us. Mother Nature very kind to us right now. A little bit earlier on, we saw a shower move through, but no problems, in and out super fast. But 85 degrees, that's what we like to see on a race day. A little bit of wind blowing through the area as well. Some clouds in the sky to block the sun just a little bit, and only a 7% chance of rain moving forward to the rest of the night. And we're looking forward to a great night of racing action. And I'm nestled up here in this little booth outside at Turn 1, but so many great places to watch this race from here tonight. $12,000 going to the winner here tonight. So much to look forward to for the show here tonight. But before we do that, let's take a trip back to just last weekend with Deer Creek Speedway. The last time the World of Outlaws were in action, although Saturday's portion did get rained out, Mother Nature not too kind was. Friday was an amazing 30-lap feature, and it was Nick Hoffman and the Tide Tour number 9 team who parked it in victory lane. If you weren't able to join us, here are those highlights.
Fireworks popping off here on 4th of July with the Outlaws at Deer Creek. Into turn number 1, Tyler Bruning going to take the early race lead. He'll slide up the racetrack. Hoffman will follow in second. 32 is Simpson will follow in third. Side by side for fourth between Tim McCready and Bobby Pierce. Tyler Bruning leads lap 1. Nick Hoffman going to look to the inside for the lead. It'll go side by side down the back straightaway. The 16 of Bruning has it. Hoffman going to throw it in. Off of turn number 4, slides up the racetrack. Bruning's there. Bruning is sideways. Pierce is upside down in the 32, and we are under red flag conditions here at Deer Creek. Back underway on the Friday portion of the Napa Auto Parts Gopher 50. Nick Hoffman will lead us into 1 and 2. Shirley going to take second, but down the back straightaway, Jake Tim right around the outside in the 49, going to reclaim second. Shirley going to go to the top side here. Tim down low off of turn number 4. Still Hoffman leading the way over Tim. And the 3 is a Shirley. Shirley now to the inside of Jake Tim for the second spot. He'll throw the slide job. Tim going to cross him over. Down the back straightaway. Jake Tim back to his inside. Great battle for second here in this one. Off the corner number 4 at the line, Brian Shirley will edge the 49 of Tim for the second position. Tim down the back straightaway. One mistake and it can cost you everything here tonight. Hoffman has to get around Chamberlain here quickly. Shirley's right there breathing down his neck. Hoffman holds on with just 8 laps to go. Hoffman slides up the racetrack. Shirley going to try to get around Chamberlain on the outside here, down the back straightaway. Shirley now going to look to the inside. Chamberlain's down there. Shirley has to take abrasive action, and Shirley sideways. Oh, man, the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out. They're going to gain massive points in the 32 in the championship point standings for the World of Outlaws. All dirt roads lead to Charlotte. The Barrett's Performance, 1 lap to go. Down the back straightaway for the 10th time in his career. He's going to win with the World of Outlaws on 4th of July. Nick Hoffman wins at the Gopher.
It was Nick Hoffman who parked it in Victory Lane and has made a few trips there in the 2025 season so far. Ryan Gustin with a second place run also made 2 trips to Victory Lane so far this season, but Dennis Erb Jr. rounded out that podium at the Friday portion of Deer Creek Speedway with the Gopher 50, but he has not yet made a trip to Victory Lane in 2025, but man, is he knocking on the door of it. So let's take a quick second and look at his stats so far of the season, and more so his stats as of recently. Within the last 10 starts, 8 of those finishes have been within the top 10, but better than that, 3 of them have been podium finishes in his best run of the season so far, coming with a second at River City Speedway just a few weeks ago. Now, like I said, the first half of the season was a little bit rough for Dennis Erb and that 28 crew with an average finish of 15.7, but as of recently, 8.4 average finish, over twice as better as of recently than it was at the start of the season. But he's also had 3 Hard Charger awards with an average finish of 5.4 positions gained per feature, also leading that statistic with the whole World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Series amongst all those teams and drivers. We caught up with Dennis earlier on today about how his season's been going, what that flip around for the better runs recently has been like, and how he's feeling going into tonight here at Sharon.
Oh, you just got to, just stay up there. I mean, just keep working at it. We've had a pretty good car the last few weeks here, and things have been rolling good. So, I think we should be able to, be starting to contend for the win. I just think everything comes into play. I mean, you got to have a good qualifying run, be good to start up in that redraw spots and, take it from there. But, things, like I said, we've been rolling pretty good. We've been up in the redraw and finishing up front. So I'd say we'll be getting up there pretty close to getting a win here shortly. Everywhere we go, we want to win. So, this one here is no different. So, we don't run here as much as, so hopefully, coming in here once this year, we can have a good run and maybe pick up a win.
Dennis Erb Jr. feeling very confident moving back into Sharon, even though he said he doesn't have a ton of laps around here. He always really likes rolling through this Ohio racetrack, and we'll see how he does tonight. But he definitely has momentum on his side, and momentum is everything with the World of Outlaw Real American Beer Late Model Series. And one of those drivers who most recently found it, and that's the 2 of Cody Overton. And I bet you would have asked him, if you asked him a week ago, hey, you are a Hell Tour winner, he probably would have laughed. But he did exactly that, picking up his first Hell Tour win just last week at Montpelier Speedway, and then backing that up with a second place run at Butler last night. A rough start to the 2025 season for Cody Overton and that 2 team, and the frustrations showed for sure, but quite the story going into that Montpelier win, and now back here with the Outlaws, he's feeling very, very confident. But like I said, that story is one to listen to. Let's take a listen to what Cody Overton had to say.
I don't know, I think you start kind of fading off. I mean, it's definitely tough. I mean, I might run dead last tonight, but I know that I feel confident more now than I have been, and I think that's the biggest thing. Like, I had a 2.5-hour ride from Shady Hill to that Montpelier, and the whole ride there I was thinking about how I was writing this letter, how I was going to quit. And then I was like, yeah, I'm just going to quit completely. And then my fiance called me, and she kind of got upset with me, and I was just like, I don't think this is for me. And she was like, no, nobody deserves it more. So then I kind of hung up because I was getting kind of mad, and then kind of got to thinking, and I was like, you know what, shit, this is for me. Like, it really is. So I don't know. I mean, I'm telling you, I prayed like hell, and I think my mama did, she did, everybody did, and I just think it's just a lot of it. You just gotta have trust in yourself.
That mindset switch was exactly what Cody Overton needed, and the very next night he ended up in Victory Lane with the Dirt Car Summer Nationals, and now back here with the World of Outlaw Real American Beers. He feels very confident he can do the same here tonight at Sharon. Another driver who's had momentum on their side and looking for another trip to Victory Lane here tonight, hopefully at Sharon Speedway, and he's done so before, and that's the 19R, the Reaper of Ryan Gustin. Once again, let's take a look at his stats from the first half of the season to the most recent Jason. In the first half of the season so far, his average finishing position was just about 9th, but as of recently, it's 5th. But the difference between those two stats, the first half of the season, he had 2 trips to victory lane, and as of recently, we have not seen Ryan Gustin to victory lane in quite a while. Long overdue for the 19R team here, and rolling back to Sharon Speedway, one very happy driver coming back here to the Ohio track because he has 2 wins here with World of Outlaw competition. He's also only one of 3 drivers to ever win 2 World of Outlaw competed races here at Sharon Speedway. So much to look forward to with the Reaper being back here. 3 drivers, keep your eye on them moving forward into tonight's races. But before we kick off racing action, let's take a quick second to look at what we have to look forward going into tonight. The World of Outlaw Real American Beer's late models will kick off the racing action tonight with their hot lap session, followed directly by their 2-lap qualifying sessions. Then the Economods will hit the racetrack for the first time tonight for their hot lap session before we take a quick break from on-track action for opening ceremonies. We will then move into the World of Outlaw Real American Beer late model heat races. 4 heats, 8 laps apiece. Top 2 will join me in the ever-important redraw later on tonight. Then the Economods will have their heats before we move into that redraw that will take part on the front stretch later this evening. And then it's time for Land of Pressure Washer Last Chance Showdowns before the Economods have their Last Chance Showdowns. And then it is feature racing action time. And kicking off the night, the World of Outlaw Real American Beer late model feature Battle at the Border. Night 1, 40 laps, 12,000 to the winner. And the Economods will close out the night with their feature tonight. So much to look forward to. So many good cars have rolled through the pit area, and I'll keep you in check with everything happening down on the ground here today. But up in the booth, Ruben Morales, great view up there. I'm very excited. My first trip here to Sharon Speedway. Track looks great, and we are ready to go racing.
Yeah, good evening to you, Ashton, and what a great turnout. 38 cars. I'm smiling. Rain shower earlier today here at Sharon Speedway, probably about 4.5 hours ago, but it's just primed this racetrack really nice. That track record's been holding up for quite some time now. Brandon Shepard's had it since 2017. We could shatter it tonight. There you see the beautiful drone shot here on DIRTVision. My name's Ruben Morales, as Ashton mentioned. I am tickled. 38 cars here tonight. What a turnout. 19 cars in Group A later on tonight, 19 cars in Group B here with the World of Outlaws Real American Beer late models. A lot of things to talk about. Ashton mentioned it at top of the show with some good stats we brainstormed before the races. But let's talk about Nick Hoffman as well. He has 5 starts here at Sharon in the Ty Touring number 9. He has 2 top 5s. His average finish here 7.6. The reason I'm bringing this up is because if Hoffman wins tonight, that will match his record for the most wins in a single season. He has 5. That was last year. He has 4 right now. Nick Hoffman could tie his career best tonight. And Sharon is known for producing different winners. Sharon Speedway, we've been here with the series a total of 16 times already. We've had 14 different winners. Only 3 repeat winners, and that's Bobby Pierce, who clean sweeped the weekend last year. Chris Madden won here in 2023 2 times when it was a 3-day show. And then Ryan Gustin has won here twice. He's also the repeat winner, won here in 2023 and 2022. So Nick Hoffman averaging a 7.6 between his 5 starts here. He could be a winner tonight. Bobby Pierce averages 2.6 out of his 5 starts here at Sharon with the Outlaws. And Tim McCready won here in 2005. He has 3 wins on the year. He could possibly win here tonight. Just a lot of storylines to look at. We kick it off with hot lap session number 1. First driver onto the speedway, Cody Overton out of Evans, Georgia, in the Steiny Motorsports number 2. Winner at Montpelier with the Dirt Car Summer Nationals, currently 9th in the World of Outlaws point standings. Right behind him, the Reaper, Ryan Gustin. As Ashton mentioned, 2 wins in the first half of the season. He averaged worse. Now he averages better in his last 12 races, but no win. But this weekend could be the win for the Cooney Motorsports 19R. Gustin currently 3rd in the World of Outlaws point standings. In car number 55, trying to make his first Outlaw start tonight out of Lower Burrell, Pennsylvania. That's the 55 of Chris Schneider. In the number 10, Gary Lyle joining us at Leechburg, Pennsylvania. 6 World of Outlaw starts. Best finish 13th at Thunder Valley Raceway back in 2004 for Gary Lyle. Right behind him, car number 76 from Erie, Pennsylvania, Steve Kania. 9 World of Outlaw starts for Kania. Best finish 10th at Erie Speedway back in 2017. Out of Heston, Pennsylvania, the 66 entering turn number 1, Justin Can. In his 14th season on and off a super late model competition, one World of Outlaws start came this year at Marion Center Raceway, got 21st in the 16. Right behind him, 10-time World of Outlaw starter, best finish 6th at the Wayne County Speedway back in 2006, now in his 35th year of super late model racing. Out of Ashland, Ohio, the 5M of Ryan Markham. Those are all the drivers around the Speedway here getting ready for Hot Lap session number 1. Track record set by Brandon Shepard, 14.842 back on April 21st, 2017. Cars iron out the racing surface. We get ready for Hot Lap session number 1. One more driver making his way onto the Speedway there in the middle of turns 3 and 4 out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the Blue Mountain Energy number 10. It's the Jet, Jared Miley. Jared Miley, 52 World of Outlaws starts. He is a World of Outlaws feature winner back at Port Royal Speedway back in 2022. Former Lernerville Speedway track champion, now in his 13th year of super late model competition. Jared Miley in the 10. Those are all the drivers around the Speedway. 38 entries here tonight. What a whopping turnout. Doubleheader here with the World of Outlaws Real American Beer late models. The points are shaken up. Pierce leads it by 50 points over Hoffman now. Ryan Gustin, 112 back. Great battles throughout the field. Lots of money on the line tonight as well. $12,000 to win for the World of Outlaws. $1,000 to start. 40-lap feature tonight. Tomorrow we raise the pot. $15,000 to win. 50 laps tomorrow. $1,200 to start. $15,000 to win the leading industry purses in all of dirt late model racing right here with the World of Outlaws. Hot Lap session number 1 under the Gorsuch Performance green flag as we get ready to give out $100 as long as they have the Dirt King Simulators sticker, and it's Ryan Gustin right now, 17.246, as I mentioned, one of the 3 repeat winners here at Sharon. Todd Cooney not able to make it to Sharon Speedway. I know Todd talked about coming, and he hates to miss this one because he knows his driver can win, if not clean sweep the weekend here. And Ryan Gustin looking for his 3rd win of the year. Won the season opener in the 19R down at Volusia Speedway Park at the Sunshine Nationals. And Ryan Gustin won at Swainsboro back on March 22nd this year. Checkered flag is out at Hot Lap session number 1, and we expected it. Ryan Gustin atop of the charts, 17.246, 17.246 in the 19R. Cody Overton 2nd, Jared Miley 3rd, Chris Schneider 4th, and Ryan Markham in the top 5. Drivers enter the infield in turn number 2, cross the infield, and then make their exit for a straight shot at the exit atop of turn number 1. While drivers make their exit, we'll welcome group number 2 down the back straightaway, currently 2nd in the World of Outlaws point standings out of Mooresville, North Carolina, the Ty Touring number 9, Nick Hoffman. Right behind him in his sophomore season with the series, out of Richmond, Indiana, former World 100 Rookie of the Year, that is Tricky, Tristan Chamberlain. The 17-year-old, right behind him, the number 48, Colton Flinner, out of Allison Park, Pennsylvania, 14 World of Outlaws starts, oh so close to his first World of Outlaws victory. He's finished 2nd, not once, but twice at Port Royal and Sharon Speedway. Right behind him, the number 24, Tyler Wyant, out of Oil City, Pennsylvania, trying to make his first World of Outlaws feature, the 19-year-old, second-generation driver in his 3rd year of super late model competition. Right behind him, currently 14th in the standings out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the land of pressure washers, fuel factory, B1 of Brent Larson in his 9th year, the super late model. And right behind him, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender, currently 8th in the World of Outlaws point standings, 2nd in the MD3 Rookie of the Year point standings out of Bakersfield, California, the 74X of Ethan Dotson. Got that win at Farmer City earlier this year. Right behind him out of Saxonburg, Pennsylvania, 5 World of Outlaws starts for the 77 of Tyler Dietz. Best finish with the Outlaws, 13th right here at Sharon back in 2021. Another MD3 Rookie of the Year contender down the back straightaway out of Winona, Minnesota. That is going to be Jake Tim. Jake Tim in the Gorilla Mill number 49 got his best finish of his career with the Outlaws back at Norman County 2 weeks ago. 5th at Norman County. Those are all the drivers on the Speedway as we get ready for Hot Lap session number 2 here at Sharon.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up. Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Reckless and
Gorsuch Performance green flag flying here in hot lap session number 2. Get the adrenaline pumping here at Sharon. Beautiful facility. 2 days here. It don't get better than that. I mean, what a car count here tonight. What a turnout. Fans still filing in here at Sharon. This event continues to grow and grow. Just talked to Jim Pollock, the voice here at Sharon Speedway. One of his responsibilities on race day is camping and filling in the campers. Told me the camping is sold out. That is the first time that has happened at this event. I can't thank everyone here at Sharon Speedway and the World of Outlaws just teaming up here and continuing to make this event bigger and bigger and bigger year in and year out. There you see the drone shot. Beautiful facility. If you've never been here, come check it out. But it's that driver right there, the Titanic number 9, Nick Hoffman, now with the Dirt King Simulators fastest hot lap at a 17.242. 17.242 for the Titanic number 9. There you see Cody Overton, winner at Montpelier with the Dirt Car Summer Nationals. VG Performance now helping out the 2 of Cody Overton, and man, they've really turned things around as of late. Of course, Vinny Gugliani does a great job of helping out these race teams and all the knowledge that he brings. And man, I'm telling you what, it's really cool to see Cody Overton back where he was at the beginning of the year. Next group led out by the driver out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, Chubb Frank, 16-time World of Outlaws feature winner, 13th on the all-time wins list. Right behind him out of Chatham, Illinois, the 4-time Dirt Car Summer Nationals champion out of Chatham, Illinois, it's Squirrel Brian Shirley, currently 7th in the World of Outlaws point standings. Out of Ellenville, New York, in the 555, that's Brock Pinkerus. 1 World of Outlaws start came this year right up the road at Raceway 7, got 23rd in the 555. Right behind him, making his World of Outlaws debut in his first year of Super Late Model competition at Titusville, Pennsylvania, the 33, Josh Ferry. The 2018 World of Outlaws champion at Winfield, Tennessee, the Skyline Motorsports 157 of the Winfield Warrior, Mike Marlar. Right behind him out of Saxonburg, Pennsylvania, Alex Ferree, 53 World of Outlaws starts, best finish 4th at Lernerville back in 2006, now in his 26th year of Super Late Model competition, the 6-time Lernerville Speedway track champion. A World of Outlaws feature winner in his 79 starts, Mason Ziegler, winner at Port Royal back in 2019, the 2024 Keystone Cup winner. Right behind him, Eric Wilson at Cortland, Ohio in the 27, now in his 6th year of Super Late Model competition. 3 World of Outlaw starts for Wilson, best finish 20th right here at Sharon back in 2023. Those are all the drivers in hot lap session number 3. Checkered flag getting ready to fly here in hot lap session number 3. It's still Hoffman, Gustin, Larson, Chamberlain, Overton, Miley, the top 6. Now Marlar goes fastest out of this group. He goes 5th quick in the 157. He's the quickest out of the cars here in hot lap session at number 3 in the 157. Good to see Mike Marlar here. Kind of a surprise entry this weekend. Wasn't expecting Marlar to be here. Glad to have the Skyline Motorsports 157 back with us 17 times. A World of Outlaws feature winner in the 157. Currently 14th on the all-time wins list with the World of Outlaws 2018 World of Outlaws champion. There you see Fan Experience set up down there. Go take your pictures. Race fans, we have a cool contest later on tonight. Can't give out the details or else y'all will be moving seats right now, but we have some cool things coming up later on tonight. When we go on commercial on DIRTVision, for everyone watching at home on DIRTVision, I'm telling you, you got to come to a World of Outlaws race in person. There's some cool things. We put a QR code on the board. You could win a Dave Warren Power Sports golf cart at the end of the year that you can only scan exclusively at the racetrack. We do a lot of fun things with Fan Experience, and of course, the race cars in person are just that much better. But we thank everyone for tuning in on DIRTVision. we get ready for hot lap session number 4. Dennis Erb Jr. out of Carpentersville, Illinois, the 2022 World of Outlaws champion. 14 World of Outlaw victories for Dennis Erb Jr. Right behind him in his 5th year of Super Late Model competition, 8 World of Outlaw starts, best finish 14th with the Outlaws right here at Sharon back in 2021. Out of Moon Township, Pennsylvania, it's Logan Zarin. Right behind him, out of Server, Pennsylvania, it's John Garvin Jr. in the J4. Garvin, 15 World of Outlaw feature starts, best finish 12th at Lernerville back in 2013 for the 2-time Lernerville Speedway track champion, now in his 12th year of Super Late Model competition. Brand new paint scheme at the Gopher, now brand new paint scheme here out of Rochester, Minnesota. Last year's MD3 Rookie of the Year champion, Dustin Sorensen. Out of Rochester, Minnesota, currently 11th in the World of Outlaws point standings. 66 World of Outlaws starts, best finish 2nd at Brownstown Speedway a year ago. Right behind him, also another surprise entry out of Frankfort, Illinois. That's Frank Heckenass Jr. in the Indy U Pull-Apart 99 Junior, 3-time World of Outlaws feature winner and 2014 World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year. Right behind him, winner here at Sharon back in 2005. That was the 2nd ever visit for the Outlaws to Sharon. Of course, the first ever visit was 2004 when Davey Johnson won, but Tim McCready won the race here with the Outlaws in 2005, and that Dave Warren Power Sports number 9, currently 9th on the all-time wins list with 36 career World of Outlaw victories. Those are all the drivers on the Speedway here in hot lap session number 4. World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models. Gorsuch Performance green flag flying here. Hot lap session number 4. Tim McCready currently sits 5th in the World of Outlaws point standings. Of course, Pennsylvania just less than 2 miles from right here, the state line. Another home race for Briggs Transport. Boom Briggs also racing here this weekend. Going to have Boom behind the wheel of a late model again. We saw him last week at the Napa Auto Parts go for 50. Dustin Sorensen goes 11th quick currently in the 19, and currently he is the fastest out of this group. Checkered flag is out. It's still the Tide Touring number 9 of Nick Hoffman atop of the charts here. The Tide Touring number 9. At a 17.242, there you see the Briggs Transport Racing t-shirt. All 3 of those drivers on that t-shirt racing here this weekend. Chubb Frank, Boom Briggs, and Tim McCready. Cool to see that shirt. That's actually a real cool t-shirt down there. Head on down there, grab that. And of course, if you're watching on DIRTVision and can't be there, visit these guys' website. All the support helps for these drivers to go up and down the road. Race number 24 of the 2025 campaign for the World of Outlaws. Next hot lap group, current MD3 Rookie of the Year point leader out of Heinemann, Pennsylvania, the 22-star, that is Drake Troutman. Got that first win just a couple weeks ago at the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 in Pevely, Missouri. Debuting a brand new Longhorn here tonight, his championship point lead cut down to just 50 points. Clean sweep the weekend a year ago out of Oakwood, Illinois. It's the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. Right behind him, out of Centerville, Pennsylvania, 5-time World of Outlaws feature winner and 4-time ULMS Series champion, that is Max Blair. And at Willie's World, number 111, thank you to all the kids that participated in Willie's World down there earlier today. Also on the Speedway, a pair of 4th place finishes. Now, you gotta appreciate Tanner English. When I do my research on Tanner, remember, this is his 2nd year back-to-back with Coltman Farms Racing. The year before that, Viper. The year before that, Riggs Racing. He hasn't had a home and a notebook to lean on, and Tanner English finally starting to figure that out with his Hall of Fame father, Terry English. There's Boom Briggs in the 99B out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, the Dave Warren Power Sports number 99B, and the number 9, that's going to be Brayton Santee out of Conneaut, Ohio, the final driver out there in the number 9. As we get ready for the final hot lap session. Green flag in the air for the final hot lap session of this evening. for the World of Outlaws. Track record 14.842 set by Brandon Shepard. We are not even in a 15 or a 16-second lap here tonight. We're in the 17.2s. Nick Hoffman, 17.242 with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap. Tanner English, 12 quick in the 96. I believe he is the fastest out of this group. As I was mentioning, Tanner English, second year with Coltman Farms Racing. Finally, found a good home. Year after year, changing teams and just no consistency. A lot of moving parts around him. And Tanner now, second year, has a notebook to lean on. Him and his father working at it. A pair of fourth place finishes at Deer Creek. That's a season best for Tanner. It's been a drought, but let's not forget, Tanner English still the highest rookie in the point standings to finish the season out. Got second in the point standings back in 2022 in his Rookie of the Year run. Dennis Erb Jr. was the champion that year. Tanner, Rookie of the Year in second. And cool to see Tanner English really improving now with a notebook in that Coltman Farms Racing number 96. Drivers, it's a quick turnaround for qualifying. So for everyone watching on DIRTVision, we're going to take a real quick set of commercial breaks. When we come back, we get ready for real American beer qualifying. You're watching our DIRTVision coverage from the battle at the border at Sharon Speedway.
At Kaiser Manufacturing, our commitment to engineering and developing new products is reflected in the wide range of fabricated items we produce for the manufacturing and retail industries. From simple to complex fabrication, we can do that. We have a full team of engineers ready to take your concept from prototype to full production. Call us for a quote today to see your next idea brought to life. Kaiser Manufacturing, proud to be Michigan made.
It's ARP Fasteners for whatever you race. From 2 wheels to 4. Off-road, on-road, even water. From the flat track to the salt flats. Grassroots racers, weekend warriors, and pros alike trust ARP. Made in America quality, family-owned and operated. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com. No matter what you race.
Real American beer, made for real Americans like us, brother.
Time for a Buckeye State battle at Sharon.
They'll race side by side out of corner number 4. Trying to take the lead. They'll go wheel-to-wheel to turn 3. Splitting cars in turns 3 and 4 and 3 wide. Trying to power back around. He'll have a run out of turn number 4. We've got a race for the lead out of turn 2.
The dirt is what we live for. Come see the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars near you.
Welcome back to everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision. Just talking about all the great events happening here at Sharon Speedway for the fans in attendance. There you see the Lou Blaney Memorial Pavilion down there. Live music tonight after the races. Race fans, stick around after the races, and we're going to have live music. There you see the fans waving on DIRTVision. Just so awesome, all the work that everyone here at Sharon Speedway has done, improving the facility. Already one of the premier facilities in dirt track racing, but just all the extra additions that they've done here. Head on down there, check it out. We have the live band tonight. You have all the great vendors down there, and a lot of great things happening here at Sharon Speedway. Ready for qualifying here with the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A, getting ready to roll on out. We got 19 cars in Group A, 19 cars in Group B. If it's your first ever World of Outlaws race, fastest driver starts on the pole of Heat 1, second fastest on the pole of Heat 2, third and fourth go to the outside. We commence with the first driver here this evening out of Lower Borough, Pennsylvania, and the S&S, Domhoff, ICA Mechanical, Butler Truck Parts, Fast Andy, It's All Clean Molten Pressure Washing, and Ken Beck Trucking, number 55, it's Chris Schneider. Out there with them, two-time World of Outlaws feature winner here at Sharon, out of Marshalltown, Iowa, to the Infinity, Jay Dickens, Cooney Motorsports, Hooker Trucking, Ellen Seamless Gutters, Carl Chevrolet, Fertilizer Equipment Specialist, Custom Fabricating and Repair, Jody's Collision Repair, VP, Mel Hamilton Ford Racing, number 19R, Ryan Gustin. Up first, Chris Schneider, 18.296, 18.296 for Schneider. Opening lap for Ryan Gustin, faster and to the top of the charts, 17.706 for the Reaper. Looking for his third win here at Sharon. Off the corner number 4, Schneider will cross the line faster, 18.247 that time for Schneider. And Ryan Gustin will cross the line in the 19R, and Ryan Gustin will not go faster, but it doesn't matter. Lap number 1 puts him atop of the board here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A at a 17.706. Next two drivers getting ready to roll into the speedway. You'll find the number 10 out of Leechburg, Pennsylvania, Gary Lyle. In a Rocket Cornet, Sprinklers Food Mart, Mr. Feed, Novelties Pizza, number 10. And out there with them, the other number 10 here this weekend, the Jet, Jared Miley, hails out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In the Rocket Chassis, Domhoff Powered, Blue Mountain Energy, Helltown Brewing, Homeboys Gutters, McEwitt Meatpacking, Franklin Racing Supply, Pennstar Ventures, Jay's Automotive, and Johnson's Auto Service sponsored number 10, Jared Miley. A pair of 10s take the racetrack, and it's Ryan Gustin with a time to beat, 17.706, 17.706. Opening lap for Gary Lyle in the 10, third quick, 19.327. Opening lap for the Jet, here comes Miley, second quick, 17.987. Gary Lyle on his final lap, he'll go slower, he'll keep his opening lap to go fourth quick, and Jared Miley, the Jet, to the top of the charts in the 10, 17.478 for Jared Miley. New quick time here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A. After 4 cars, it's Miley, Gustin, Schneider, and Lyle. Up next, out of Heston, Pennsylvania, the Longhorn Clements, Border Financial, Nutella Rich Camp, Border Financial, Claycom Excavating, Sheffield Auto Sales, K&K Seal Coating, Bilstein Beachy Performance, number 66, it's Justin Can. Out there with them in the car number 2, out of Evans, Georgia, the Longhorn Clements, Stein Motorsports, Richard David Legacy Motorsports, Shaw Trucking, Budweiser and Morley, Triple Electric, VP Racing Fuels, Boswell Oil, number 2, Cody Overton. Opening lap for Justin Can puts him fourth quick at an 18.406, 18.406 for Justin Can. Cody Overton third quick, 18.117, 18.117 for Cody Overton. Final lap coming up here for the 66 of Justin Can. He will cross the line slower, lap 1 better, fifth quick, 18.406, that time 18.514. Cody Overton improves, third quick, 17.783, enough for third quick. It's Jared Miley with the time to beat in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A at a 17.478, Gustin second, Overton third, Schneider fourth, Can in fifth. Top 4 is where you want to be for a front row starting position. Up next, out of Ashland, Ohio, in the Black Diamond, Mail Cut Munster Motorsports Powered, Ocala Restaurant Supply, Steve's Brown B&B Train Service, Chewy's Tacos and Margaritas, Beer Barrel, Drive-Thru, Back in the Barn, Boutique, number 5, Ryan Markham. Out there with them in car number 76 from Erie, Pennsylvania. And the Black Diamond 955 Automotive, Hammett Motors, Dr. Derek and Damia Family Dentistry, Plimer Entry Systems, Doug Yapple Vacuum Cleaner Centers, number 76, Steve Kania. Opening lap here for Ryan Markham, 6th quick at an 18.747. Opening lap coming up for the 76 Acania. He'll cross the line now 6th quick at an 18.521, bumping Ryan Markham down to 7th. Haven't seen Kania with the Outlaws in 2 years. Good to see him back in Outlaw competition. Markham will cross the line faster, but will stay 7th quick at an 18.660. And final lap for Steve Kania in the 76. He will not improve. He will keep lap 1 6th quick, 18.521. Second lap slower, 18.826, 3/10 slower. A pair of Outlaws up next in his sophomore season at Richmond, Indiana, in the Infinity by Wells spec-powered Gibson Racing Vision Woodworks, KEG Sword Nozzles, DCE Fabrication, Pardos Towing Service, Burt Transmission, FK Rollins, VP Racing Fuels, All-Star Performance, Truman Quarter Horses, number 20 TC, Tricky Tristan Chamberlain. MD3 Rookie of the Year contender out of Bakersfield, California. In the Longhorn Clements, ASD Motorsports, Jarrett Rifles, Ozio Gear, BK Grading and Paving, Penske, Boswell Oil, Turco Racing Oils, American Racing Wheels, H&A Development, number 74X, Ethan Dotson. Chamberlain 4th quick, 17.798, 17.798 for Chamberlain. Opening lap coming up here for the 74X of Ethan Dotson. Dotson will go 5th quick, 18.052 here for Ethan Dotson. Tristan Chamberlain on his final effort. He'll cross the line. He'll go 4th quick, 17.798. Last time up in this region, he got 10th at Raceway 7. Ethan Dotson will cross the line in the 74X, and Dotson will cross the line slower. He'll stay 5th quick with his opening lap, 18.052. Chamberlain 4th quick, 17.798. And Jared the Jet Miley still atop of the charts at a 17.478 in the 10. Up next out of Ellison Park, Pennsylvania, in the Rocket Chassis, J. Dickens Powered, Johns Towing, Fast Andy Racing, Stand Transmission, number 48, it's Colton Flinner. Out there with him in car number 24, out of Oil City, Pennsylvania, Tyler Wyant in the Kryptonite, Pro Power, Virgil Iron and Steel, R&R Enterprises, Eagle Hoist and Winch, Close Racing Supply, WinchRental.com, E&K Equipment, Precision Tool, Lockhart Raceway, and Jones Notary, number 24, Tyler Wyant. Time to beat Jared Miley's 17.478. Opening lap for Colton Flinner, 10th quick, 18.909. Wyant will cross the line 9th quick, 18.660. 18.660 for the 24 of Wyant. Colton Flinner works the top side here at turns 3 and 4. Wyant as well. Checkered flag in the air for the final lap time. Flinner will not improve, 18.914. First lap, 18.909. And Tyler Wyant improves. He'll go 9th quick, 18.603. So Flinner 11th, Wyant 9th, Jared Miley still with the time to beat at a 17.478. Gustin 2nd, Overton 3rd, Chamberlain in 4th. Up next, he's won 3 of the last 5 out of Mooresville, North Carolina. In the Longhorn Clements, Ty Torque Racing, NOS, Energy Drink, Lone Wolf Petroleum, C&W Trucking, Petrov, Holdren, Bilstein, Tri-Valley Equipment, Ty Torque Performance Parts, number 9, Nick Hoffman. Out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the Longhorn Vic Hill Land and Pressure Washers Fuel Factory, Henco Corporation, Soybert Camp Ranches, T-Peck, The Real Cafe, number B1, Brent Larson. Drivers way high in turns 3 and 4. Hoffman clocks in on lap number 1. To the top of the charts goes Hoffman, 17.300. Brent Larson on his opening lap into B1. 8th quick for Larson, 18.261. Nick Hoffman hits the wall entering turn number 3. That's going to cost him, but lap number 1 goes to the top. Can Hoffman improve even after hitting the wall? No, he doesn't, but lap 1 takes him quickest in Group A. Brent Larson will improve a position, 7th quick, 18.181 for Brent Larson, but you have a new quick time out of Mooresville, North Carolina. The thrill from Mooresville, Nick Hoffman. At a 17.300, Jared Miley 2nd, Ryan Gustin 3rd, Cody Overton 4th. Next 2 drivers joining us at Saxonburg, Pennsylvania, in the Longhorn Cornet, Houston Brothers Racing, Weist Asphalt Products and Paving, Moody Sales, Samuel Adams, Twisted Tea, Hard Mountain Dew, Integra Racing Shocks, number 77, Tyler Dietz. And then number 29 at Sarver, Pennsylvania, And the Longhorn, Edge Powered, United Rentals, Beaver Jack Tree Service, Folio Construction, J Bottles Design and Construction. Number 29, Ken Shelton Brand. Time to beat 17.3, flat set by Hoffman. Opening lap for the 77 at Dietz. He'll go 13th quick, 18.737. Shelton Brand will go 15th quick, 19.142. 3 drivers left to qualify here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A. Top 4 is where you want to be to have a front row starting spot here this afternoon in the opening 2 heats of the night. Final lap for Dietz, faster, 13th quick, 18.730. Shelton Brand also improves, 15th quick, 19.040. So Shelton Brand gonna go 15th quick, and Tyler Dietz 13th quick. Nick Hoffman with a time to beat with 3 qualifiers to go in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A at a 17.300. Up next, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender out of Winona, Minnesota. And the Longhorn, Vic Hill, Gorilla Mill, Harco Companies, Messia Valley Transportation, Oak Ridge Fabrication, Horman's HVAC, On-Demand Shirts, Rush Race Gear by Austin Witt, Stone Machinery, Willie's Carbon Dyno Shop, Swift Springs, number 49, Jake Tim. Out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, and the Longhorn Clements, Briggs Transport, Corey Rubber Corporation, Chubb Frank Racing, number 1 star, it's Chubbzilla, Chubb Frank. Opening lap coming up here for Jake Tim. He's really been reeling in some good finishes as of late. Jake Tim, 11th quick, 18.542 for Jake Tim. Chubb Frank will cross the line, 6th quick for Chubb Frank, 18.045. Chubb Frank in his 41st year of Super Late Model competition, ran 14 seasons of World of Outlaws, and got second in the 2007 points. Tim not going to improve. He'll keep lap 1 12th quick, that time a 10th slower. And Chubb Frank will not improve as well, that time 4/10 slower. So Jake Tim will qualify 12th quick in Group A. Chubb Frank 6th quick at an 18.045 here in Group A. Final qualifier getting ready to roll into the Speedway at Titusville, Pennsylvania, making his World of Outlaws debut. In the Rocket Chassis 955 Automotive Powered, Zimmer Service Center, Rapid Temp Thermostat Systems, Fahringer's Garage and Auto Sales, I Am Organized Now, District number 98 sponsor, number 33, Josh Ferry. Josh Ferry, 7 races to his Super Late Model career this season, and one of them a victory, a weekly show at Tri-City Raceway Park. They're going for the Tri-City Raceway Park Track Championship this year. The win coming there. They're currently 2nd in the track standings there, trailing Daryl Bossard. Josh Ferry will cross the line, 14th quick, 18.630. Ferry, 4 different divisions, and he's won championships in all of them. Econo Mods, E-Mods, Rush Late Models. He has Raceway 7 track championships in the Econo Mod and the Rush Late Model. Won the UEMS Modified Championship. Now tackling the Super Late Model division, he'll improve. 11th quick, 18.483. Trying to make his first World of Outlaws start here tonight. And as we mentioned, good money on the line here tonight. Just to start tonight, $1,000 for the World of Outlaws feature. Quickest overall, Nick Hoffman, 17.300. Ashton Smythe alongside the Thrill from Mooresville.
Yeah, picks up the quick time, but a little bit of damage to the race car, but that happened on the other lap, the first lap being very fast, and the fastest overall in Group A. Starting your day off here on a good note, it's got to feel good, right?
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to expect there, and I feel like Gustin, went out early and was just going to run around that bottom and didn't know the top was even there. So Miley laid down a pretty good heater there around the top, and I've seen my buddy Sheldon do that about 1 million laps around here, run about 1 inch off the wall. So I got as much as I could the first lap. I thought there was a little more out there, and I was just trying to get every bit I could and stuffed her in the fence. So my boys will go back to work, and we'll straighten this baby back out and get out of here for the heat race. So car so far so good. Just see if we can keep this going for the rest of the night.
A little bit of work to do for the Ty Torg number 9 team, but fastest overall in Group A and a pole starting position for heat race number 1.
All right, thank you very much, Ashton. As we mentioned, Nick Hoffman, 5 World of Outlaws starts here at Sharon. He averages 7.6. He's had 2 top 5s. He's won 3 of the last 5. A 5th win on the year tonight would match his season record from a year ago. Got 5 wins a year ago. 1 on his rookie campaign 2 years ago, right up the road from here, State Line Speedway, actually. They're in Bustine, New York, not too far from here. So Nick Hoffman's won in this region, and this racetrack is known for producing different winners. 16 completed features for the World of Outlaws. 14 different winners, only 3 repeat winners. Chris Madden's won twice here, Ryan Gustin's won twice, and Bobby Pierce clean sweep the weekend a year ago. in the 32. Nick Hoffman, of course, 3 of the last 5. He's going to be fun to watch here tonight. Championship hunting, only 50 points back of the 32 of Bobby Pierce. Ryan Gustin, 3rd, 112 points back. Drake Troutman, 4th, the current MD3 Rookie of the Year point leader, 218 back of Bobby Pierce. And Tim McCready rounds out the top 5 in the World of Outlaws point standings, 252 back of the 32 of Bobby Pierce. We'll give you the top 10 briefly. Dennis Erb Jr. 6th, Brian Shirley 7th, Ethan Dodson 8th, Cody Overton 9th, and Tanner English in the top 10 in point standings. We get ready for Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B as the caution light's still on around the Speedway. Everyone has made their exit here in turn number 1. They'll shut the gate, and we commence Group B. First driver out there out of Cortland, Ohio, in the Rocket XR 1.2, Jay Dickens powered, Chris and Don Wilson owned, Foundations Health Solutions, Cornerstone Nurse Practitioners of Ohio, and Buckeye Construction. Number 27, it's Eric Wilson. We'll get the flatbed record exiting here in turn number 2. Also out there with them out of Winfield, Tennessee to kick off Group A with them, the 2018 World of Outlaws champion, 17-time World of Outlaws feature winner out of Winfield, Tennessee in the Longhorn Vic Hill, Skyline Motorsports, Brooding Rock Products, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Can-Am Auto Salvage, Quick Supply Co., VP Racing Fuel, Bill Stein, Olsen Explosives, Brown's Heavy Equipment, Truck Country, number 157, the Winfield Warrior, Mike Marlar. Wilson and Marlar. Mike Marlar made his 200th Outlaw start last time out with the Outlaws. Eric Wilson trying to make his 4th World of Outlaws start. Best finish with the Outlaws here back in 2023. He got 20. Opening lap for Wilson, 19.254. 19.254 for Eric Wilson. Mike Marlar will cross the line in the 157. Faster, 18.110 for Mike Marlar. Hoffman mentioned it in his interview. You got to run way up there, and that's what they're doing right now. Wilson will cross the line faster, but stays second quick, 18.798. Final lap here for Mike Marlar. He'll cross the line faster, 18.077, and that will be the time to beat here early in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B, 18.077, set by Mike Marlar. Eric Wilson second quick at an 18.798. Up next, joining us at a Saxonburg, Pennsylvania, in the Rocket Clements, number 1 Cochran, Jack's Recycling, Glow Racing, Moody Sales and Service, Ashley's Trucking, Franklin Racing, Butler's RV, Tri-State House, and Bachman Trucking, number 1C, Alex Fareed. Currently 7th in the standings at a Chatham, Illinois, the Longhorn Durham, Bob Cullen Racing, Thomas and Express, Hooker Trucking, J&J Ventures Gaming, KBC Graphics, All Geyer Performance Parts, Cheap Cars, Ted Brown's, Midwest Sheet Metal, VP Racing Fuels and Race Ranch, number 3S, Squirrel, Brian Shirley. Opening lap for Alex Fareed. He'll go second quick, 18.728 for Fareed. Brian Shirley on his opening lap will cross the line, and he'll go 4th quick, 19.169 for Shirley. Has work to do here on lap number 2. Alex Fareed on his final lap here. He'll cross the line faster, but stays second quick, 18.653. Brian Shirley will cross the line faster, second quick for Shirley, 18.086 for the 3S of Squirrel, Brian Shirley. So it's Mike Marlar with a time to beat in Group B, 18.077. Brian Shirley second, Alex Fareed third, Eric Wilson in the top 4. Next 2 drivers joining us out of Ellenville, New York in the 555. It's going to be Bam Bam, Brock Pinkerus in the Rocket Clements, Northeast Paving and Seal Coat, SRI Performance, Bag Tour, Russ King Racing, Deckelman Trucking, Pinks Links, well Bam, Shackleton, Napa Auto and Truck Parts, number 555, Brock Pinkerus. Out there with them should be the 2022 World of Outlaws champion at Carpentersville, Illinois. And the Rocket Chassis, Clements Powered, McBride Mac, Vomac Truck Sales, 5-Star Race Car Bodies, Fox Shocks, Kaiser Manufacturing, VP Racing Fuels, PRC, Dundee Heating and Air Conditioning, Cullen Signs, Tools, Auto Sales and Detailing, number 28, Dennis Erb Jr. Time to beat in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B. Mike Marlar, 18.077. Over Shirley, 18.086. Then you have Fareed and Wilson. On the clock goes Pinkerus and Erb. Brock Pinkerus way high. 1 start came this year at Raceway 7. Pinkerus going to go 3rd quick, 18.543. Dennis Erb Jr. 3rd quick, 18.276. Pinkerus got 23rd, Raceway 7, 45 minutes up the road from here. Pinkerus in the wall hard in 3 and 4. That's going to unfortunately throw away lap number 2. He'll cross the line, and yeah, it does. Definitely way slower, almost a second slower there. And Dennis Erb Jr. going to improve, not improve, 2/10 slower on his second lap. He'll go third quick with his opening lap at an 18.276. And Brock Pinkerus fourth quick in his opening lap, 18.543. After 6 in Group B, it's Marlar, Shirley, Erb, and Pinkerus, the top 4. Up next at a server, Pennsylvania, in the Longhorn Clements, Thrower, Concrete, Yetter, Dynamics, Victory Seats, Mr. Water Heater, Swift Springs, Jake Brake, Custom Powder Coating, BP Racing Fuels, and Fast Shafts. Number 9, Levi Yetter. Out of Moon Township, Pennsylvania, Logan Zarin, the Rocket Pro Power, All-American Farmer, Brandon's Lawn and Landscape, Lovell Enterprise, Valvoline, Napa Auto Parts, Zarin Truck and Auto, Integra, Kaiser. Number 1Z, Logan Zarin. Levi Yetter will cross the line on his opening lap, and Yetter going to go to the top. 17.918 for Levi Yetter. And here comes Logan Zarin, 7th quick, 18.752, but Levi Yetter unloading with some speed here in the 9. 17.918. Final lap for Levi Yetter. He'll cross the line and he will not improve, but he goes to the top of the charts on lap 1. Logan Zarin, can he improve? He doesn't. That time, 2/10 slower. He'll keep lap 1, 18.752, 7th quick, but how about a new quick time? Levi Yetter at a 17.918 here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B. Up next at a Chalk Hill, Pennsylvania, World of Outlaws feature winner in the Rocket Clements Green Lane AI, RBS Truck Collision, RBS Trailer Sales, Harris Walmsley, Enterprise, OBR, BX Logistics, Hoosier, Fox Shocks, VP number 25Z, Mason Ziegler, and T-Mac, Tim McCready out of Watertown, New York. In the Longhorn Clements, Dave Warren, Power Sports, Bricks Transport, Corey Rubber Corporation, Exis Storage, Sherlock Ventures, Flawless Roofing, Trains 58, number 9, T-Mac, Tim McCready. Mason Ziegler, 4th quick on his opening lap, 18.237 for Mason Ziegler. Tim McCready, has work to do on lap 2, 10th quick for T-Mac, 18.817 for the Bricks Transport number 9. Final lap time here for Mason Ziegler in the 25Z. Ziegler will cross the line, will not improve. That time, 4/10 slower. Lap 1 better, 4th quick, 18.237. And McCready with a good bounce back, 6th quick on lap number 2, 18.507 for Tim McCready. So Ziegler 4th, McCready 6th. It's Levi Yetter still with a time to beat at a 17.918 over Marlar, Shirley, and Ziegler. Up next, joining us at Frankfort, Illinois, in the Longhorn Vic Hill, NDU Pullet, Storage Squares, JR Hauling, All-Star Performance, Dirt Oval, and Route 66, Capital Signs, Randy Cordy Consulting, Petroff, Heckeness Racing, Bilstein, number 99 Junior, Frank Heckeness Jr. In the J4 out of Sarver, Pennsylvania, in the Longhorn Cornet, Garvin Scrap Metal, Bachman Trucking, Homeboy Seamless Gutters, McCruitt, Meat Packing, Jake Brake Custom Powder Coating, number J4, John Garvin Jr. Opening lap for Frank Heckenest. He'll go 8th quick, 18.648, 18.648. Opening lap for John Garvin in the J4. He'll go 11th quick at an 18 jackpot, 18.777 in the J4. The 99 Junior of Frank Heckenest Jr. went 8th quick in his opening lap. We'll see if Frank Heckenest improves. He won't. Slower, 18.670 that time. First lap better, 18.648. And final lap time for Garvin. He will improve, 10th quick, 18.711. So Garvin goes 10th. Frank Heckenest goes 8th. Top 4 with a front row starting spot in heats 3 and 4. And it's Levi Yetter, Mike Marlar, Brian Shirley, Mason Ziegler, the top 4. Last year's MD3 Rookie of the Year champion at Rochester, Minnesota, in a brand new paint scheme here this weekend. In the Longhorn Pro Power, Altenberg Construction, Pulse and Rock Products, JNS Repair, JCB Equipment, Rochester Chevrolet, 63 Club, Yagi Trucking, CBR Drilling, Heavy Hitch, number 19, Dustin Sorensen. Out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, in the Longhorn Clements, Dave Warren, Power Sports, Bricks Transport, Corey Rubber Corporation, Exis Storage, Sherlock Ventures, Flawless Roofing, Trans 58, number 99B, the Bear Lake Bonsai Boom Briggs. Dustin Sorensen hard into the wall in turn number 3, and heavy damage to the nose of the 19, and smoke now under the 19, and that's from the tire rubbing on the right front. So Sorensen made heavy contact with the wall in turn number 3. The nose making it's friction with the right front, and that's just rubbing there, and that's where the white smoke came from. And you can see the damage on the nose. Ashton Smythe will send it downstairs to you as Dustin Sorensen makes his way towards you.
Yeah, heartbreak for Dustin Sorensen early on here, but Ruben, funny thing that I've noticed, every single driver pulling down in here immediately gets out of their car and takes a look at the right side. Almost every single driver down here has some sort of right side damage. That's just how close we're getting to the wall here at Sharon Speedway, as we have officials over here to Dustin Sorensen. Hood coming off of the 19 right now. Looks like that smoke might have been coming out of under the hood, which is not what you want to see early on for Dustin Sorensen.
Oh, so it might not have been tire smoke. And here's a DIRTVision replay. Cade doing a great job of replaying this over and over. Yeah, that right rear just hits, and these guys are way up there, and here it is, full speed. Sorensen down the back straightaway, getting ready for his opening lap, and then right rear in the wall, and of course the momentum takes that car straight into the wall, and there you see the damage on the right front of the 19 of Dustin Sorensen. Hood is off the 19, and man, just can't catch a break. Last weekend, Deer Creek Speedway, home racetrack there at Deer Creek, and Dustin Sorensen was fast all weekend and involved in wrecks, involved in other things. Remember, the first night was running third, and then I had a right rear flat tire that ended up on the last 2 laps, ended up finishing 18th, and then he got 18th the second night because of the wreck. I mean, just that team cannot catch a break right now. They have speed, they're doing everything right, but just bad luck haunts them, and they're currently 11th. I mean, you look at his last couple finishes, they haven't been the best. 18th, 12th, 11th, 19th, 20th, and 12th. His last best finish was Bedford Speedway, got 3rd. That's his best of the season so far. And things need to turn around, Ashton, for the 19 of Dustin Sorensen.
Yeah, for sure, that 19 team just looking for some luck, like you said, but right now, that right front fender completely bent up under that 19 machine on the tow hooks, and it's going to get towed out of here, hopefully enough time for them to bend that body pieces back so he can run at least 1 lap for this qualifying session.
All right, thank you very much, Ashton. There's Levi Yetter, the number 9. How about Levi Yetter right now, leading the way in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B, 17.918 for Levi Yetter. 4 World of Outlaw starts. He's 19 years old. The 2023 Marion Center Raceway track champion. His best finish, 15th at Sharon here in 2021. And there you see Levi Yetter chatting with a couple other drivers there. Levi Yetter, great qualifying lap. And right now, at top of the charts, over some big names: Mike Marlar, Brian Shirley, Mason Ziegler, Dennis Erb Jr., Boom Briggs, Tim McCready, Brock Pinkerus, Frank Heckeness, and Alex Faree in the top 10. Boom Briggs sat idle for just a few moments as we attended to the 19 of Sorensen. Sorensen's qualifying effort going to come to an end, so we'll just go with Boom Briggs in the 99B. Boom Briggs will open up 6th quick, 18.318 for the 99B. We'll get him on the clock here for lap number 2. Boom Briggs, good to see him last week at Deer Creek, running really, really well, qualified well. And Boom Briggs will cross the line, and Boom will go faster. 5th quick for Boom Briggs, 18.274 for the 99B. 5th quick for Boom Briggs. So he improves on lap number 2. It's Yetter, Marlar, Shirley, Ziegler, the top 4. Up next, always keep an eye on this driver when we're in this region. Out of Centerville, Pennsylvania, the Longhorn Clement, Centerline Motorsports, Murphy's Logging, Willie's World, C&J Dairy, Creekside Auto Sales, TNW Trucking, Upstate Auto Group, the Gable Inn, Creekside Pizza and Pub, Coltman Farms, Rick's Fiber, Dean Auto Group, number 111, Max Blair. In the number 9, that's going to be Brayton Santee. Out of Conneaut, Ohio, in the Longhorn Grind, Coonley Brothers Trucking, Go Drive Magazine, Spotio Insurance Agency, Infield Chiropractic, Sunoco, Cymac Trucking, Comedic Gasket, Edward Jones sponsored number 9. Opening lap for the 111 of Max Blair, 7th quick, 18.355. First lap for Brayton Santee. He'll cross the line 15th quick, 19.302. Max Blair with a whopping lap, 7th quick. After coming out 15th out of the chute. Let's see if he can improve on lap number 2. He doesn't. 7th quick is going to be his best at an 18.355. Next lap, 2/10 slower. And Santee will improve 15th quick, 18.850. So Brayton Santee going to go 15th quick, Max Blair 7th. It's still Levi Yetter with a time to beat at a 17.918 over Marlar, Shirley, and Ziegler, the top 4. Up next, your current MD3 Rookie of the Year point leader out of Heinemann, Pennsylvania. In the Longhorn Cornet, Team 22 Incorporated, Victory Circle Auto Sales, Gambler Transport, Brickhouse Tavern, Mesilla Valley Transportation, RFI Resources, Jerry Siding and Roofing, Schaefer Construction, Shoes, Diesel Performance, Stone Natural Resources, number 22 star, Drake Troutman. out of Oakwood, Illinois. And Longhorn, Vic Hill, Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transportation, Cullen Brothers Towing, Rio Grande Waste Services, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Carnegie Towing and Auto Repair, Fast One Speed Shop, Toyota Danville, Leka Tree Service, Protodyne, Bill Stein, Burt's Transmission, and Ted Brown's number 32, Bobby Pierce. Troutman 8th quick, 18.469 for Troutman. Opening lap for the driver that clean swept the weekend a year ago. Second quick for Pierce, 17.996 for the smooth operator. Troutman on his final lap, way up there in the 22 star. He'll cross the line. Troutman third quick, 18.050. And here comes Pierce. Can he go to the top? Pierce faster, but stays second quick, 17.918. Troutman with a solid second lap. He goes third quick. Both drivers coming out 17th and 18th here in Group B. And Troutman goes third. Pierce goes second, but it's still Levi Yetter atop of the charts, 17.918. Final qualifier here this evening after a pair of fourth place finishes at Deer Creek Speedway last weekend at Benton, Kentucky. In Longhorn Clements, Coleman Farms Racing, MPM Marketing, Bill Stein, VP Racing Fuel, C Motorsports, Supreme Enterprises, Custom Automotive, Autism Awareness, Rock Bottom Dirt Works, Oasis Hair and Natural Hair Salon, number 96, Tanner English. Tanner English, brand new Longhorn. But Coleman Farms Racing, his father, Hall of Famer Terry English, they're starting to figure this thing out, and he's going to go 9th quick on his opening lap, 18.284. The biggest thing for Tanner, he says, we just can't qualify. They're better late in the night. They're better when it comes around feature time, but the qualifying is where they got to figure it out. Tanner English running way lower than everyone else. Does it pay dividends on his final lap? Tanner, it will not. Slower, and that time by a 10th, as lap 1 better, 9th quick, 18.284. Second lap slower, 18.375. No one's going to stop him. How about it? Levi Yetter, 17.918. Not quickest overall, Ashton, but good enough to be quickest in Group B, and he will start on the pole at Heat 3 here tonight as Nick Hoffman, overall quick time qualifier at a 17.300.
Yeah, great start to the night for Levi Yetter. Actually exactly timed perfectly with Bobby Pierce, tied there, but you're the fastest overall, first lap, wicked fast. How huge is it for you to start your night with the Outlaws already off on a good foot?
It's really big, it's real tough coming racing with all these guys, and if you start behind, it's hard to make up. So luckily we started on the pole, so we'll hopefully make the race.
Levi Yetter, good starting position here moving forward into the rest of the night after quick time in Group B.
For Nick Hoffman, it is his 5th career quick time with the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models. He now goes 35th, tied with Frank Heckenest, Jimmy Mars, Don O'Neill, and Robbie Blair. And interesting fact, Nick Hoffman's all 5 quick times have come this year. That is his 5th quick time of the season in the Tide Touring number 9, currently leading that category over every single outlaw. Bobby Pierce and Brian Shirley are second with only 3 quick times this season, and then you have Ryan Gustin, Drake Troutman, and Tanner English with a quick time this season. That's going to do it for qualifying with the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Series presented by DIRTVision. Up next, we get ready for Econo Modified Hot Laps. I'll turn it over to the voice of Sharon Speedway, Jim Pollock.
Thank you there, Ruben. As our Elcon Mechanical Economods hit the speedway, a couple of quick laps for these gentlemen tonight. Give the late models a chance to get ready for their lineups here this evening. A lot of different faces, 30 Economods here with us tonight. It'll be Josh McDonald out of Cranesville, Pennsylvania. That's car number 37 up there on the top of turn 1 and 2. We got the 5J of Jocelyn Hibbard. Jocelyn races often down south, and with us tonight for this special show, she comes from Poland, Ohio. Ariana Samuelson, who runs up at Raceway 7 out of Erie, Pennsylvania. She'll be behind the wheel of the 9G as we get ready to wind them up. And already they're a little racing side by side, trying to catch the field in turn 1 and 2. Don Watson in the 71A, Colton Longwell in car number 7 on the backstretch, Seth Bonneau in car number 31. Clay Rufo behind the wheel of car number 40, and Cody Stronghart will be behind the wheel of the 36 out of Erie, Pennsylvania. Couple of quick laps. Josh McDonald, Ariana Samuelson. Right now seems to be atop the 17D of Al Dellinger. Jumps up, Brendan Warner back behind the wheel of his 12-star. 19.818 for Brendan Warner. Cody Stronghart in the second spot with a 22.33, 20.233 as the checkered flag falls. As Al Dellinger falling back to that fifth spot, I should say. Colton Longwell, car number 7 out of Kinsman, Ohio, has jumped to the top of the charge with a 19.628. Checkered flag waving. We've got one spun around. It looks like Ariana Samuelson. Ariana is stationed between turns 3 and 4. That hot lap session over. Colton Longwell the fastest with a 19.628. Brendan Warner second fastest with a 19.715. The only 2 cars in the 19-second bracket. Third fastest out of that group was the 36 of Cody Stronghart. Followed by Seth Bruneau out of Meadville in car number 31. Fifth quick was Al Dellinger in the 17D. Followed by the 5J of Jocelyn Hibbard. Clay Rufo in the 40. Ariana Samuelson in the 9G. Josh McDonald in the 37. And Don Watson, your top 10. $30 cars with us tonight, brought to you by Alcon Mechanical, sponsoring the division here in 2025. As our second group, Carter Bidwell, 26X, coming out of Cortland, Ohio. Out of Newcastle, Pennsylvania, the 56 of Brian Wagner. It'll be Dan McEwen. Dan McEwen in car number 14. Dan hailing from Mercer, Pennsylvania. A few other gentlemen out there on the speedway. Right there, the Bob Simmons 4RJ. He's out of Chester, West Virginia. Gary Sullivan, the 47S. A couple of new faces. Car number 27, Jarrett Young out of Montville, Ohio. Bobby Robinson in the 44R, Amelia Clay in the 16C. George Vestal, I believe that is, in car number 4, the red number 4. As the green flag comes out for this second group of hot laps. Brian Lacey out of Warren in car number 51, also on the speedway. Right now into this group, the fastest out of this group would be the 4RJ of Robert Simmons. All in the 22nd bracket. Dan McEwen jumps up to 6th quick in car number 14. George Vestal to 7th quick in car number 4, the red number 4. As the checkered flag falls. For our second group of hot laps, or our Alcon Mechanical Economods. Well, again, the fastest out of this group, Jared Young. He jumps to 3rd quick overall with a 20.170. He's in car number 27. Second quick out of this group would have been the 14 of Dan McEwen. The 4 of George Vestal would be 3rd quick out of this group. The 4RJ of Robert Simmons, 5th quick. And I believe our third and final group will be coming out on the speedway. That should feature Brendan Porter in car number 2P out of Kingsville, Ohio. Followed up by Jonathan Davis out of Fowler, Ohio in car number 8. Garrett Calvert in the 12 seat. Garrett's been to victory lane here at Sharon in that 12C out of Cochranton, Pennsylvania. Now we're checking here next door, but evidently...
and Jim, by the drone shot, looks like no more cars and staging, so that's going to do it.
Yep. Oh, thank you, drone shot. What a shot there, Ruben, of the pit area and the area here at Sharon Speedway. Just a beautiful, beautiful night here at Sharon.
Yeah, and most importantly, a packed and full pit area. You love to see that. Stands looking good as well. All right, for everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, we're going to step aside. A little bit of track prep going to take place. We'll be back with opening ceremonies. You're watching our coverage from Sharon Speedway.
If your answer to the summer heat is let it rain, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
MD3, the most advanced body panels on the market. Aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. MD3, the #1 body choice for top dirt racers.
Real American beer, a brand new national treasure.
For 4 decades, one name has redefined hunting precision. Jarrett Rifles, where engineering meets the art of the hunt. From African plains to American mountains, discerning hunters choose Jarrett for one reason: when opportunity presents itself, there's no room for compromise. Every rifle leaves our workshop with proven half MOA accuracy and our craftsman's personal guarantee. Jarrett Rifles, the difference between a shot and a trophy.
I think it's a very big deal that we have Amcus, providing us with the Amcus cutting tools throughout our series and World Racing Group. It's good that we were able to get a product in that's reliable and it does the job. If for some reason we had to cut a car apart or get access to a driver or a patient, we know that this tool here is definitely the one that we're going to work the best, get us in there quickly.
Welcome back to everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, home to the greatest shows on dirt. We're here at Sharon Speedway for race number 24, the 2025 campaign for the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models. And I just want to remind you, DIRTVision, home to the greatest shows on dirt, but also home to America's premier dirt tracks. Of course, Sharon Speedway, one of them. Catch every single lap live at Sharon Speedway on DIRTVision. Thank you to everyone here at Sharon Speedway for being great hosts to us. And of course, the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series back here September 27th. The Super Dirt Car Series here August 11th. Get your tickets today. Save $10 for the Super Dirt Car Series. Race fans, track prep taking place here at Sharon Speedway. Let's take a look at today's Milton Hershey education moment. Today we talked with Jeff Olson, our scorer for the World of Outlaws, about pill draw.
Before the drivers even hit the racetrack for the first time each night, they all have to go through the registration and pill draw process. Let's go talk with Jeff Olson, timing and scoring director, about all things registration and how the pill draw process works, to see how the drivers start out their night each and every race.
First thing they got to do is, obviously if they're not members, I'll have them come up, fill out all this wonderful jazz here. our platinum teams have filled everything out to start the season, so the only thing they got to do is come up and then just draw their pill. So the pill draw comes if we hit a max of 27 cars, once we hit 28, we'll split our groups from A and B. 27 or less, we'll stick to one group. They all come up in here. Once that's determined, they'll draw. These are 1 through 100, so that'll be 12. And then we'll put them in there. And then once we have all drivers, we'll split them in their A and B classes. Once we get to 32 or more, we'll have 4 heats, 2 Bs, and a feature. For anywhere from 27 to 31, it'll be 4 heats, 1 B. And then very rarely when we get to 48 or more is when we switch to 6. Some will have to get a transponder, so I'll give them one of those. This is the most important thing a guy needs when they're driving is this will come across the loop that's on the racetrack, and this will read all their positions. That's how we do our qualifying, line them up, all that kind of stuff. So these go in the left front with a bumper hook chassis there. They get one of those every night. A lot of them have their own. So, that's pretty much the registration process.
Lake Elmo, Minnesota. In his 8th year of Super Late Model competition, the Soyberg Calf Ranches, Land of Pressure Washers, Hanco Corporation, Fuel Factory, The Real Cafe, B1, it's Brent Larson.
Only the toughest drivers can handle the World of Outlaws Late Model Series. Only the toughest pressure washers carry the name Landa.
The Super Dirt Car Series Big Block Modifieds are racing the Sharon Speedway in 2025. On Monday, August 11th, see the Beast of the Northeast, presented by Capital Renegade Custom Coaches at one of Big Block Modified Racing's historic tracks. Get your tickets now for this $10,000 to win Super Dirt Week qualifier with 410 sprint cars rounding out the show. Monday, August 11th. Tickets and more at SuperDirtCarSeries.com. Be there.
America rules, and so does real American beer. Get some, brother.
DIRTVision would like to thank our friends at Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts for helping us get from track to track.
Welcome back to everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision. Here to Sharon Speedway. There you see the Speedway Grill. Great fan zone down there. All the great vendors. If you've never been to Sharon Speedway, look it up on your Google Maps or Apple Maps and check them out. Weekly Racing here. Check them out on DIRTVision. Weekly Racetrack. We show every lap live from Sharon Speedway, one of our weekly racetracks. Packed parking lot back there. You see all the vendors. A lot of great space down there. Hey, race fans, don't go anywhere after the final checkered flag tonight. Live band performing tonight. There you see the World of Outlaws souvenir trailer. Don't wait in line when you can get your merchandise online. Go to thegreateststoreondirt.com. Again, it's thegreateststoreondirt.com and grab your official merchandise of the World of Outlaws. They got hats, shirts, hoodies, koozies, flags, stickers, everything, you name it. And don't forget, take the World of Outlaws action to your living room. Go to your PlayStation, Xbox, or PC store. I believe PC players, Steam, I believe as it is. And look up World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24 and download the video game and play World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24 today. Ashton, a couple fans have had some questions because we had a tiebreaker. Bobby Pierce set a 17.918. Levi Yetter also set a 17.918 in Group B. And again, some folks questioning it, but again, it goes to the driver that gets it first. So technically, the driver that goes out there, basically the better pill draw. So Levi Yetter was 7th out of the chute. Bobby Pierce, a very bad pill draw today. He was 18th out of the chute. And that's why Levi Yetter was quickest in Group B, but Bobby Pierce will still start on the pole of heat race number 4.
Yeah, good run for both of those drivers, but wow, Levi Yetter making a wicked fast lap around here. And that's some of the experience around here at Sharon Speedway coming into play. Obviously, all these outlaw drivers not necessarily coming to these racetracks as much as these local guys are. And when we come up to PA, it seems like there's such a huge group of dirt late model drivers up here. And a lot of them could contest to win. Obviously, Levi Yetter are very fast in hot laps as well. But Ruben, someone else I wanted to talk about when we were looking at the entries of who checked in earlier today, one driver, not an outlaw driver, but that piqued my interest, who always does very good, and he's going to be one to watch tonight. I believe was 6th fastest in his qualifying group effort, Mason Ziegler. And down in the infield, he wasn't super happy with how he qualified, but still 6th fastest. That's a good starting position for the heat races, Ruben.
Yeah, absolutely. A good start for him here tonight. I want to touch on Nick Hoffman, and the reason I want to touch on Nick Hoffman is because he's never won here, Ashton. He only has 2 top 5s and the Ty Touring number 9, but this racetrack is known for producing different winners, 14 different winners in 16 events. Nick Hoffman off to a really good start, qualifying quickest in Group A. He's leading us to the green in the opening heat of the night.
Yeah, Nick's going to be one to watch up here. And he was actually just up here in the exit of turn 1 where I'm standing right now, watching what they were doing to the racetrack. And he seemed very happy as well. All of his crew guys back there, obviously, fixing that right rear quarter panel damage. But it seems like everything's fixed back there in the number 9. And man, not only is he always fast here at Sharon Speedway, but does he have momentum on his side? That's undeniable. Picking up so many wins last week and doing so well, not only at Deer Creek, but even in the swings before that, up in North Dakota. A few wins on the season for Nick Hoffman up there as well, and now rolling into here in Sharon Speedway. Always does good here, but now that momentum's on his side as well. He's going to be very, very hard to beat tonight, Ruben.
Yeah, he's won 3 of the last 5, and those other 2, it was a 6th place at Deer Creek and a 3rd at Nodak. So nonetheless, really, really good work by Nick Hoffman. His other win this year comes at Mississippi Thunder, the finale there. Top 3 in point standings. You have Hoffman, Pierce, and Gustin. Hoffman is starting on the pole. Pierce is starting on the pole of his heat race as well. But only 2 of our top 3 in the point standings are going to get in that all-important top 4 redraw because Gustin is starting in the front row with Hoffman.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, only the winners of each heat race will make their way into that top 4 redraw earlier on. But Ryan Gustin is another one of those drivers that you have to keep your eye on every single time we roll through here at Sharon Speedway. We went through some of his stats earlier on in pre-race, and man, he's been on a rip as of recently, an average finishing position of 5, but he has not gotten to victory lane in the last 11 races. So it's a little bit of an overdue trip for the Reaper here tonight. He's also one of the 3 repeat winners here, but one of those other drivers, the guy who's leading current point standing right now, Bobby Pierce.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Ryan Gustin, first 11 races, 9.18, 2 wins, and he hasn't won in the last 12, but he averages better, 5th, and he's been stagnant, right? That's what he said. They've been battling it. When it comes feature time, we're just stagnant. It's safe to say that they figured that out.
Yeah, for sure. And if there's anything that Ryan Gustin and his crew is not afraid to do, it's to take risks. He knows that he's starting on that front row position with Nick Hoffman. He's going to do everything it takes to get into that top 4 redraw. And if not, try to do good with a starting position later on tonight. 40 laps is a little bit of a normaler showing that we're used to with the length of the feature later on tonight. But if there's anything that Ryan Gustin and his team's going to do, he knows that strategy going to the 40 laps is so important. Track position is everything, and getting to the front early on is very crucial for that 19R team.
I want to talk about the front row of Stack Products Heat Race number 2, Ashton. Jared Miley, out of nowhere, qualified really well. And to his outside, Cody Overton just won the Dirt Car Summer Nationals event at Montpelier, and that's Steiny Motorsports number 2. We heard his interview. If you race fans missed it at the top of the show in our pre-race earlier today on DIRTVision, don't forget to always tune in 15 minutes before scheduled hot laps to catch that pre-race. We have great stuff on there. He mentioned he was ready to just quit, right? And then he wins at Montpelier, and he's qualified really well tonight, starting on the outside of the front row at Heat 2.
Yeah, what a special story it is for Cody Overton and that 2 team. I mean, Ruben, like you said, in case you missed it earlier on, he literally wrote his letter. He was ready to quit, called his fiance, and his fiance kind of talked him out of it and said, there's no one more deserving of you, Cody. You just need to change your mindset, and that's exactly what he did going into Montpelier. And man, it worked out for him, picking up the win. But not only that, last night at Butler, he rounded that out with a 2nd place finish, a podium finish once again. So now back with the Outlaws, this is the Cody Overton we're used to seeing. And when I was talking to him in the infield after his qualifying effort, he said, yeah, we'll take that. But all smiles for Cody Overton and the 2 team here tonight. A little bit of changes being made to the race car earlier on. I saw them changing some shocks down there as he continues to make sure that he's super happy with the race car. And he told us earlier on, too, he said, it's not been the car that's the issue. The car is great. It's just been my mindset. And switching that mindset has been the world of difference. And it's showing off here tonight. And him making a redraw, or possibly making the redraw here tonight, would continue that momentum.
His last top 5 was Norman County Raceway on June 28th. He got 4th. Before that, his only other top 5 this season was the 3rd place, which is the best he's finished this season on the season opener, January 24th at Sunshine Nationals at Volusia Speedway Park. 2 top 5s on the year for Cody Overton, 7 top 10s in his 23 starts already this year for Cody Overton. And let's look at the front row of Kaiser Manufacturing Heat Race number 3. Ashton, you have Levi Yetter, Maine. Oh my, he tied Bobby Pierce. But again, he had the better pill draw, so he gets the tiebreaker. And Drake Troutman, another driver who's done really well in the past here in the 22 star. He's led laps with the Outlaws here at Sharon until having some heartbreak mechanical issues. Drake Troutman coming off a great 5th place at Deer Creek, got that win at Peevely, a great front row there in Kaiser Heat 3.
Yeah, and if you look at the front row versus the second row, it's kind of the newbies to the super late model industry, with Levi Yetter and Drake Troutman both being Drake's 20, Levi Yetter's 19. But then right behind them, Brian Shirley, Boom Briggs, Tim McCready also in that heat race as well. So it's sort of kind of, do the PA natives or this area natives of Levi Yetter and Drake Troutman, does that experience come to play? Or does just the overall seasonedness of running super late models for so long of Brian Shirley, of Boom Briggs, of Tim McCready come out to play? But man, Ruben, that is going to be an interesting heat race to watch.
Yeah, it really is. In the final heat of the night, Ashton, your front row, Bobby Pierce, 18 straight top 10s. That streak came to an end after finding himself upside down at Deer Creek. They went back home, and even then, they weren't liking the throwback car that he had. He was having trouble with the steering, didn't like the feel in the car. This is a brand new Longhorn they debuting tonight, and it's fast right out the box. And he has Mike Muller to his outside, 2 World of Outlaw champions leading us to the green in the final heat of the night.
Yeah, how cool is that to say that 2 World of Outlaw champions are leading that heat race? That's insane in its own. And I was a little worried at the start of the night earlier on when Bobby Pierce went out for hot laps. Not exactly where you're used to seeing Bobby running earlier on, but then in qualifying, completely switched that around with tying the fastest of Levi Yetter, and he's seeming to like that new Longhorn so far. And another input into this one as well, they're actually parked right next to each other. Bobby Pierce and Mikey Marler are down there parked right next to each other, so it'll be an interesting one for sure. Bobby Pierce always does good no matter where we go, has 2 wins here, so the experience backing him up as well.
Absolutely. All right, thank you very much, Ashton. Track prep about to wrap up here. We're about 5 minutes away here on this 10-minute horn. So for everyone watching at home on DIRTVision, we're going to step away for just a quick set of commercial breaks. When we come back, we'll be ready for opening ceremonies, and then we'll get ready for 4 ground-pounding World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Series heat races presented by DIRTVision. You're watching our coverage here from Sharon Speedway. We'll be right back.
This copyrighted DIRTVision broadcast may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or distributed in any form without World Racing Group's written consent. Copyright infringement is a federal crime.
Honest Abe Roofing is America's favorite roofing company.
They took the time to discuss all of our needs.
I couldn't be happier with my new roof.
The best part? They came in under budget.
Honest Abe Roofing helped us with their easy payment solutions, and now we can make low payments on the roof that we actually wanted.
I guarantee you'll get the best price for your roof. That's what my ironclad lowest investment guarantee is all about.
Ready to rise? To the challenge? Above obstacles.
Yes!
Above perceptions.
Rediger, implement the pass on the top lane.
Above it all.
Let's go!
If so, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Precision isn't just a goal at Jarrett Rifles, it's our legacy. Since 1979, Kenny Jarrett's engineering excellence has created the world's most accurate hunting rifles, guaranteed to shoot a half MOA or better. From our tri-lock receivers to our custom stocks, this isn't just a rifle, it's a Jarrett, the choice of record-holding hunters worldwide. Jarrett Rifles, accuracy defined, excellence guaranteed.
The World of Outlaws Prairie Dirt Classic is back at Fairbury Speedway. On July 25th and 26th, witness the most daring drivers in the world battle it out for glory and a spot in racing history. Feel the roar of the engines and the pulse of the crowd. Don't miss the World of Outlaws Prairie Dirt Classic, July 25th and 26th. Watch every lap live on DIRTVision.
Real American beer made for real Americans like us, brothers.
Welcome back to everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, home to the greatest shows on dirt and America's premier racetrack, Sharon Speedway being one of them. It is time for opening ceremonies here at Sharon. Race fans, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and place them over your hearts for tonight's invocation and national anthem. With tonight's invocation, the voice of Sharon Speedway, Jim Pollock.
Father God, we thank you for blessing us with such a beautiful day. We are very, very thankful that we're able to do what we do each and every Saturday night here at Sharon Speedway on a regular basis. At this time, my prayers are with each and every one of those that are serving overseas and abroad to keep this country safe and free. And to all those veterans that are in the audience tonight, you are blessed to be with us and blessed to keep our country going. Lord, we ask that you pray and protect each one of our drivers and crew members and race fans as they depart the Speedway tonight. Keep them safe as they head home or head back to their camping area tonight. And Lord, we ask that we have a safe race for each and every one of our drivers. In Jesus' name, amen.
please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Race fans, we got one question to ask you. Are you ready for the most powerful late models on the planet? Ready for the opening heat race of the night? Let's give you the starting lineup of the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Heat 1. On the inside of the front row out of Mooresville, North Carolina, the Tide Touring number 9, Nick Hoffman. To his outside out of Marshalltown, Iowa, the Cooney Motorsports number 19 are the Reaper, Ryan Gustin. And row 2 to the inside of Richmond, Indiana, the Gibson Racing 20TC, Tricky, Tristan Chamberlain. To his outside aboard the ASD Motorsports number 74X MD3 Rookie of the Year contender, Ethan Dotson. Row 3 to the inside, the ICA Mechanical, number 55, a Chris Schneider, and to his outside, the number 33, a Josh Ferry, in the Zimmer Service Center, number 33. Row 4 to the inside, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender in the Gorilla Mill, number 49, it's Jake Tim. To his outside, car number 5, out of Ashland, Ohio, the Ocala Restaurant Supply, number 5, a Ryan Markham. Row 5 to the inside, out of Allison Park, Pennsylvania, the Johns Towing, number 48, of Colton Flinner. To his outside of the Leechburg, Pennsylvania, the number 10 of the Sprinkles Food Mart of Gary Lyle. That's our starting lineup here in the opening heat race of the night. 8 laps of distance, top 4 transfer. The winner of the top 4 redraw, second of the 5th through 8 redraw, third will start 9th, and the 4th and final transferee will start 13th in tonight's 40-lap, $12,000 to win feature event. $1,000 just to take the green flag in tonight's feature event. With the World of Outlaws, the industry purses and payouts through the field in all of dirt late model racing right here with the World of Outlaws. $1,000 just to start tonight. Pretty good money to race on a Friday night. And tomorrow we raise the pot. Tomorrow an extra 10 laps, 50-lap feature, $15,000 to win, and $1,200 just to start tomorrow's feature. A great doubleheader here at the Battle at the Border at the Sharon Speedway. The Toyota Tundra TRD Pro Pace Truck on the Speedway, lights still on, series director, and 2007 World of Outlaws champion Steve Francis here on the front straightaway, making sure the racetrack's all good. Of course, track prep taking place here prior to opening ceremonies, making sure the drivers are happy with the racetrack and it's ready for racing here. You see Nick Hoffman testing the bottom there. Gustin going to wind it up on the outside. We want to send our shout outs to Todd Cooney, of course, owner of the Cooney Motorsports number 19R team. Couldn't make it this weekend, would love to be here, but nonetheless, his driver starting in the outside of the front row. All right, caution lights are out. This is Real American Beer, Heat 1. American Beer Heat 1 sees the Gorsuch Performance green flag. We're underway here at Sharon. Into one, Gustin gonna go straight to the bottom. He knows how to get around this place, and Ryan Gustin will take the lead on the back straightaway. Hoffman runs second with Tristan Chamberlain following in third. Ethan Dotson in that fourth and final transfer spot. Gustin leads lap one. Over Hoffman, Chamberlain, Dotson, the top four. Then you have Jake Tim right there outside looking in fifth. The 33, Josh Ferry following with the 48 of Flinner, the 55 of Schneider. Markham and Lyle running on the field. Ryan Gustin continues to lead the way. Best battle on the speedways for third. Chamberlain looking to the inside of Dotson. Dotson holds him off down the back straightaway on the top side. Dotson will have third. Chamberlain has that fourth and final transfer position. 5 laps to go for the Reaper. 4.5 of a second lead for Gustin. He rolls the bottom. Nick Hoffman going to work the top side here off of turn number 2. Can the Ty Torque number 9 reel him in? He does into turn number 3. Hoffman has a run in the outside. Battle for the lead may be brewing up here in the opening heat of the night. Down the front straightaway. Gustin slides up the racetrack. He's going to diamond the front straightaway. That makes Hoffman let off the gas pedal, and Gustin shuts the 9's momentum off and continues to lead the way. Hoffman now going to go to the top side here once again. Gustin now to the top side of the 19R. Now Hoffman going to go to the inside looking for the lead. The bottom's open here for the Ty Torque number 9. Gustin must have got the signal to go to the top side. That's where the money groove is right now. Off of turn number 4, Hoffman trying to work the bottom. Nothing there. It's still Gustin up front with just 2 laps to go. Hoffman follows in second. Dotson third. Chamberlain still fourth. Then you have Jake Tim outside looking in with Josh Ferry, Chris Schneider, Colton Flinner, Ryan Markham, and Gary Lyle rounding out the field. Barrett's Performance, 1 lap to go for Ryan Gustin. Ryan Gustin in the 19R. This will be his 11th heat race win of the year. He's currently second out of all the Outlaws. Bobby Pierce leads that category with 17. Hoffman tied with 10, but now Ryan Gustin with his 11th on the year. He is off to the top 4 redraw. The Reaper wins the opening heat of the night. Nick Hoffman off to the 5th through 8 redraw. Dotson will advance, and Chamberlain as well. Outside looking in, Jake Tim, Josh Ferry, Schneider, Flinner, Markham, and Lyle. Top 4 advance. Tristan Chamberlain will start 13th tonight. Dotson will start 9th. Nick Hoffman will go to the 5th through 8 redraw and picking up the win. He'll have a chance at the Bill Stein pole out of Marshalltown, Iowa. In the Infinity, Jay Dickens, Cooney Motorsports, Hooker Trucking, Allen Seamless Gutters, Carl Chevrolet, Fertilizer Equipment Specialist, Custom Fabricating and Repair, Jody's Collision Repair, number 19R, Ryan Gustin. But starting 9th tonight, she'll have a word with him, Ethan Dotson in the 74X. Ashton, downstairs to you.
Yeah, standing alongside with Ethan Dotson, and there was a great battle for the lead, but also a good battle between Ethan Dotson and Tristan Chamberlain there for a while, but it was Ethan Dotson who came out on top, and you'll start 9th in the feature later on tonight. How confident are you feeling in the 74X right now?
We got some work to do. I didn't feel very good there, but that's kind of dirty, but I think the top will hopefully get built up, and we can race over it later, but yeah, we'll just go to work here.
Ethan Dotson pretty much glued to the top the whole entire time, and some work to be done to that 74X. And Ruben, I think if that work goes his way and this racetrack comes in like he wants it to, Ethan Dotson will have a very good night.
Absolutely. We get ready for Stack Products Heat Race number 2. Here's your starting lineup. On the inside of the front row to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Blue Mountain Energy, number 10, Jared Miley. To his outside, the Steiny Motorsports, number 2, Cody Overton out of Evans, Georgia. And row 2 to the inside, the Briggs Transport, number 1 star, Chubb Frank out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania. To his outside, the Land of Pressure Washers, number B1 out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the B1 bomber, Brent Larson. Row 3 to the inside at Heston, Pennsylvania, the Border Financial, number 66 at Justin Can. And to his outside out of Erie, Pennsylvania, the Hammett Motors, number 76 is Steve Kania. Row 4 to the inside, out of Oil City, Pennsylvania, the Virgil Iron and Steel, number 24, it's Tyler Wyant. And to his outside of Saxonburg, Pennsylvania, in the Houston Brothers Racing, number 77, Tyler Dietz. Final starter in this one at Sarver, Pennsylvania, the United Rentals, number 29, Ken Shelton Brand. That's your starting lineup. Top 4 transfer in this 8-lap Stack Products Heat Race number 2. 4th will start 15th, 3rd will start 11th, and the top 2, the all-important top 8 redraw. Jared Miley in the 10, and the 2, Cody Overton, will get ready to lead us to the Gorsuch Performance green flag. They'll get the 1 to go signal this time at the flag stand. If you're barely joining us at the racetrack or on DIRTVision, opening heat of the night just wrapping up. Ryan Gustin, your winner. He will go to the top 4 redraw. Nick Hoffman to the 5th through 8 redraw. Caution lights going out this time. We get ready for Stack Products Heat Race number 2.